Thank you for coming by. This is an American Project. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I'm pushing for that 1,000 mark and I need your help. It is free. Well, Fani Willis is in the news again. So is Nathan Wade. The Fulton County DA admits personal relationship with Nathan. The district attorney in Georgia who brought a case against former President Donald Trump and a special prosecutor she appointed are in a personal relationship, as indicated in the court filings. Let's take a look at them. In the Superior Court of Fulton County, state of Georgia. Comes now the state of Georgia by and through undersigned counsel for the Fulton County District Attorney's Office to oppose the meritless motions to dismiss grand jury indictment and motions to disqualify the district attorney, filed by defendants Michael Roman, Donald Trump, and Robert Cheeley. While the allegations raised in the various motions are salacious and garnered the media attention they were designed to obtain, none provide this court with any basis upon which to order the relief they seek. Unequivocally, the evidence and facts demonstrate that District Attorney Willis has no financial conflict of interest that constitutes a legal basis for disqualification. District Attorney Willis has no personal conflict of interest that justifies her disqualification personally or that of the Fulton County District Attorney's Office. The attacks on Special Prosecutor Wade's qualifications are factually inaccurate, unsupported, and malicious, in addition to providing no basis whatsoever to dismiss the indictment or disqualify Special Prosecutor Wade. District Attorney Willis has made no public statements that warrant disqualification or judicial inquiry, and criticism of the process utilized to appoint and compensate the special prosecutors in this case demonstrates basic misunderstandings of rudimentary county and state regulations, and provides no legal basis for dismissal of the indictment or disqualification of any member of the prosecution. All right, now let's go down a few documents here so we can see where they talk about the relationship. Let's take a look at a little video I found first, so you can see what she says about it.
The district attorney's office in Fulton should be the beacon of the Southeast. It should be the absolute best office between Washington, D.C. and Miami. And right now what you have is an office of dysfunction and corruption, and we deserve better. And I am the right choice to improve it.
Corruption, Ms. Willis, that's a strong word to level against the office that Paul Howard has run for nearly a quarter century. If he gets reelected, it'll be more than 25 years.
You have a DA sitting there that doesn't have the qualifications and the experience to do the job. What I can guarantee you is with my reputation, with my community ties, I am going to be able to attract the best and the brightest minds to that office. You're sitting with someone today that actually wants to make a difference because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees, because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket when it should go to benefit children, because we deserve better.
All right, now let's take a look at what Mr. Wade said. Personally appeared before me the undersigned officer duly authorized to administer oaths, Nathan J. Wade, who after being sworn deposes and states as follows. All right, so he goes through a lot of things, but we're interested in to see what about that relationship. My private practice has continued to generate revenue separate and apart from my compensation as a special prosecutor. While professional associates and friends since 2019, there were no personal relationship between District Attorney Willis and me prior to or at the time of my appointment as special prosecutor in 2021. In 2022, District Attorney Willis and I developed a personal relationship in addition to our professional association and friendship. I have no financial interest in the outcome of the 2020 election interference case or in the conviction of any defendant. No funds paid to me in compensation for my role as special prosecutor have been shared with or provided to District Attorney Willis. The district attorney received no funds or personal financial gain from my position as special prosecutor. I have never cohabited with District Attorney Willis. I have never shared household expenses with District Attorney Willis. I have never shared a joint financial account of any kind with District Attorney Willis. The district attorney and I are both financially independent professionals. Expenses for personal travel were roughly divided equally between us. At times, I have made and purchased travel for District Attorney Willis and myself from my personal funds. At other times, District Attorney Willis has made and purchased travel for she and I from her personal funds. Examples of District Attorney Willis purchasing plane tickets for she and I with personal funds for our personal travel are attached. Okay, now, Michael Roman, one of President Trump's co-defendants, is among those who have moved to have Ms. Willis and Mr. Wade disqualified for what he described as conflict of interest. Ms. Willis failed to disclose a relationship with Mr. Wade and the benefits she received from the relationship. The district attorney and a special prosecutor have been engaged in an improper clandestine personal relationship during the pendency of this case, which has resulted in the special prosecutor and in turn the district attorney profiting significantly from this prosecution at the expense of the taxpayers. That's coming from his lawyers. In light of the district attorney's personal relationship to the special prosecutor prior to his appointment as a special prosecutor, his appointment created an impermissible and irreparable conflict of interest under Georgia's rules of professional conduct, which requires a disqualification of both lawyers and their respective offices and firms. The money for the case was originally approved to clear a backlog that built up during the COVID-19 pandemic, but has in actuality gone to Mr. Wade, whom Ms. Willis handpicked, the motion stated. Mr. Wade has received about $650,000 from the office of Ms. Willis since early 2022. Okay, now there's some information that's coming out from this lady. Let's take a listen to her and see what she's got to say about this.
It's really the question about the money. If, in fact, Fani Willis is paying her lover, if he is her lover, a fee which is quite substantial. I mean, $650,000 to his law firm over a 2-year period is not a small amount of money. But are they both benefiting from that money? Mike Roman alleges that they went on trips that were ultimately paid for by the money, not that it's exactly the same dollar, but by the money that Nathan Wade had made while working for Fani Willis. That could be considered fraud. Not only might it be considered fraud or what we call honest services fraud, if this also involved the fact that there were federal funds going into that district attorney's office, which certainly could be the truth if it could be proven, then you're also dealing with the fact of a federal crime. So you might have a crime here in terms of the money. You might simply have, which is not so simple, a conflict of interest based on non-disclosure. If you look at it this way, Nancy and Anne Marie, if you had a female CEO of a public company and she decided to hire her lover and make him her number two, and that they were both traveling together and having a relationship on her money and his money, don't you think that CEO would be gone in a nanosecond? Now, while saying all of this, these are mere allegations, and you may note, many of the more well-known and higher-up defendants in this case have not yet signed on to this motion. So the lawyer filing this motion better have the goods if you dare to file it.
Okay, and there you have it. So now we have to wait for the February 15th court date to see how all this information is going to play out. Who's right? Who's wrong? And if this is going to continue to go down the road with Mr. Trump. We'll check it out when it comes out. I'll keep an eye out for it. Thank you for coming by. This is American Project. Please be sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate it, and have a great day. God bless.